Hello everyone, this is Rashmi and today I am going to solve some quadratic equation. Here first question is given that x square minus 49 equal to 0. First of all we will solve this question. Here minus 49 we will shift this value to the right hand side. Since the value is negative, so if we shifting the value to the right hand side, it will give you the plus value. So we can write down x square is equal to 49. Okay, here minus 49, this value is in the left hand side. So when we shift any value from one side to another, it will change the value or change the plus or minus sign, whatever it is in front of it, it will change that value. So minus 49 is in left hand side, so if we shift the value to the right hand side, it will give you plus 49. Now by squaring both sides, left hand side will become x and right hand side we will write down plus minus equal to 49. Okay, now we know that 7 square equal to 49, so we can write down plus minus equal to 7. Since plus minus 7, that means this value can be written down 7 and minus 7. We know that a quadratic equation has two solutions, or we can say that it has two roots. Therefore we getting the value or solution as a 7 and minus 7. Next question is very easy. Next question is given that 9x square equal to 0. Here the constant value or the coefficient value in front of x square is 9. We will shift the value to the right hand side. So here 9 is multiplied with x square. So if we shifting the value to the right hand side, it will be x square equal to 0 by 9, because 9 is in position of the product with the left hand side. So when we shift one value which is in suppose with product in the left hand side, then if we shift the value to the right hand side, then it will become inverse. So 9 become 1 by 9. Now 0 is here, so we know that if we divide 0 by any number, it will always 0. So equal to 0. That means we can write down x equal to 0, 0. You can write down only 1 0, but since it is a quadratic equation and quadratic equation has two roots, so two roots may be also equal roots. That's why here I have write down x equal to 0, 0. So this is a very easy question. The next question is that 3x square minus 5 equal to 2x square plus 11. So here again actually it may be look like it is very difficult question, but actually it is a very easy question. First of all we will shift the value in the right hand side to the left hand side. So it become 3x square minus 5, 2x square, a positive value, shifting to the left hand side it become negative. So it become minus 2x square plus 11. This value become minus 11 in the left hand side. Now see 3x square minus 2x square. We can simplify these two values. So 3x square minus 2x square equal to x square. Then here remain minus 5 and minus 11. So minus 5 and minus 11 positive. By adding these two value we will got that this value equal to minus 16. So equal to 16. So this value is similar with the first one. So by solving it become, we have to shift the value or the constant value in the left hand side to the right hand side. So minus 16 become plus 16. So x square, squaring both sides to left hand side become only x and right hand side become plus minus root over 16. And we know that root over 16 equal to 4. That means x value is equal to 4 and minus 4. So this is the solution for this question. Now the next question is x square equal to twice x. Here, first of all, we will shift the value in the right hand side to the left hand side. So it become x square minus 2x equal to 0. Here, first of all, we will find out whether is there any common value with or in between these two value. Here, if you observe the value, then you will know that x is a common value in both the term. Therefore, we can take the common as a x. Since x is a common value in both the term, that's why we can take the common x. Now, take the common x, then it remain x minus 2 equal to 0. Now, see here we are getting it is a product of x and x minus 2. Since the value equal to 0, that means by multiplying these two value we are getting the value equal to 0. That means their product equal to 0. That means one of these two value is equal to 0, but we cannot say definitely what value is equal to 0. Therefore, we can write down either x equal to 0 or x minus 2 equal to 0, that means x equal to 2. Therefore, x value is equal to 0 and 2. So, this is a very easy question, although it looked like very tough in the first place, but actually it is a very easy question. Just you have to practice a lot so that you can easily solve the question by looking at the question. You will able to know, if you solve or if you practice a lot, you will able to know that what formula or what type of procedure we need to use to solve this question. So for this you need to practice a lot. Now let's go for the next question. The next question is given that 2x square minus 13x plus 15 equal to 0. Now this is a proper quadratic equation. Here we used to need some proper formula. So I am going to solve this question by factorization method. There are also some another method. That method will be used in the next videos. So for now, I am using the factorization method, which I have already discussed. So, for factorization method, first of all, we will consider the coefficient of the x square and the constant value. Here, these two value, their product is needed. Here, constant equal to 15. So, 2 into 15 equal to 30. So we have got that their product equal to 30. After finding the product value, we also need to find out what are the other factors that will give you the value or the product equal to 30. One value or one factor is 5 and 6, because the multiple of or the product of 5 and 6 equal to 30, and another one is 3 and 10. 3 into 10 equal to 30. So these are the factors for the product or for the number 30. Now this is the first step. Second step is that we will consider the coefficient of x. Okay, the coefficient of x equal to 13. Then this value we need to find out by adding or subtracting any one of these two pair of numbers. Okay, so here by adding or by subtracting among this pair of numbers, here if you add this number 3 plus 10 is equal to 13 and 15 minus 2 is equal to 13. 5 and 6, this pair of number is no use, because 5 plus 6 is equal to 11 or 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. So this value will nowhere give you the value 30. That's why we need to consider among the 2 and 15 and 3 and 10 this pair. Now how to decide? that this pair will be used or this pair will be used. Here we got that 3 plus 10 is equal to 13 and 15 minus 2 is equal to also 13. So one value by adding the pair of the numbers and another is by subtracting between the pair of the numbers. This will be depend on this sign, the sign before the constant number. If the sign before the constant value is equal to positive, that means we need to consider the pair of the numbers which we will get the value, this coefficient value by adding them. Okay, so 3 plus 10 equal to 13. We need to consider this value, not this value. Now substitute the values here. 2x square, 10 plus 3 plus 15 equal to 0. Now remove the brackets. It become 10x minus 3x plus 15 equal to 0. Now we need to find out the common value between these two first number and the last two number. From the first two number, we can see that 2x is a common value. So we take the common 2x, then remaining value x minus 5. Now for the last two term, the value is equal to 3 and 3x minus 5 equal to 0. Again x minus 5 is a common for both the term. Therefore now take the common x minus 5. So it become 2x minus 3 equal to 0. If we got this step, after this step we will write down either x minus 5 equal to 0, that means x equal to 5, or 2x minus 3 equal to 0, that means x is equal to 3 by 2. Therefore x value is equal to 5 and 3 by 2. So here I am using the factorization method. You can also use some another method. Suppose the two other method are method of complete square. That means here we try to transform this equation to perfect square. After that we will find out. Or suppose you can directly use the formula minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. You can use also that formula. Okay, we will discuss about this formula in our upcoming videos, but not for this video, but we will definitely discuss about that method. Now let us solve the last question. Last question is x square minus x plus a minus a square equal to 0. Now here first of all we need to rearrange the values, then only we are able to solve this question. First of all we will write down the value as a x square minus a square, then minus x plus a equal to 0. Here we need to use one specific formula. We know that a square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. Now see here, x square minus a square, this is in the form of that formula, that particular formula. So a square means x square minus a square. So if you compare these two terms, then definitely it is similar with that formula, but the terms are different. So from this formula, a square minus b square will give you a plus b into a minus b. That's why x square minus a square will give you x plus a into x minus a. Now we will substitute this value to the question. So it become x plus a into x minus a. Now if you take the minus common here, then it become x minus a equal to 0. Now x minus a is present in the both term. So again x minus a can be taken common. If you take the common x minus a, then the remaining values are x plus a minus 1 equal to 0. Now if you are arrive at this step, that means either x minus a equal to 0, x minus a equal to 0, that means x equal to a, or x plus a minus 1 equal to 0, that means x equal to 1 minus a. So we got the solution, x is equal to a and 1 minus a. So we have solved all these questions. Some questions are very easy, like the first two question. Third question is look like that it is a very tough one, or we need to use the factorization method or some formula. But actually after simplification, this third question transform to the question type of the first one. Okay, so it is very easy to solve that third question. For the fourth question, actually it is also a very easy question, but you need to reuse that formula. Now this formula we use the factorization method. In the last one we need some formula or rearrange the term, then only we are able to solve this question. So I hope all of you guys are able to understand how can we solve some quadratic equation, and if you are able to understand, then it is my pleasure. So in the upcoming videos we will also discuss about the different method of the solving quadratic equation. Until that, bye bye.